Hi, Leo. Welcome to your reading. We're going to take a look at November 11th to November 30th, 2019. So, this is a 3 week forecast. Thank you for being here. So glad you can make it. I hope you're all doing well. Happy Thanksgiving to those of you who are celebrating Thanksgiving. Now, Leo, I started shuffling for your energy, and you had a lot of fucking cards come out. A lot, which each deck that I was using. And so I went on to start to shuffle for your spread, and then you had two cards that came out. So I figured let's get started and get this video rolling. We're going to take a look at these two energies that popped out, as well as what came out for your themes and energies for this period. And then we're going to put these cards back and see what your spread looks like. So you had the Emperor in reverse and the Five of Cups pop out. Ooh, okay. So what I'm feeling here, Leo, is that many of you may be having issues with being able to manage something. Were you experiencing some sort of disappointment, or you're very upset around how things are being managed or mismanaged? You may be having issues with gaining control or being able to organize and create order and structure or build or something. There's issues around that. Or you could be having problems with authority, where you may be resisted, or there may be some rules, a lot of red tape. Also, though, um, you could be dealing with someone that's embodying the Emperor in reverse energy, okay, that you could be dealing with. And this could be someone that is, a significant other, someone you're in a relationship with, or someone you're dealing with. Or this could be you, where you may be feeling a little out of control or looking to force some shit, or you're looking to be controlling in the situation, or you have some very firm ambitions here with this Emperor energy, or there may be issues around your courage or motivation, or you are extremely motivated here. But you want to be mindful, because my question is, are you being rational? Are you lacking control? Is there confusion? Are you experiencing issues with others you could be depending on, or something, or things that you're depending on to see happen here? Or, is there failure around responsibility, or are you being irresponsible, or someone being irresponsible with you, or someone trying to control you here? But there's issues here with this Emperor in reverse, who's very controlling, can be very stubborn, things could be out of control. With all this red here, I'm thinking about the root chakra, so there may be issues around your ability to secure things, having a lot of anxiety, feeling ungrounded. You might be in a survival mode here, or there may be issues around your safety or what you're trying to secure, or issues with someone you're dealing with, or with an authority figure here. And with this Five of Cups here, there's some sort of emotional upset. There could be some depression, but there is sadness here. You may feel at a loss emotionally with your lack of or inability to get something under control, or get something managed, or get favor with an authority figure, or be able to heal something, or get something to be more sustained with someone that you could be dealing with, embodying this Emperor reverse energy, where there's a problem with the connection. And so with this Five of Cups, you are sad, you're upset, you're not fucking happy, and you may be focusing a lot on the disappointment, the upset, the issues, the pain, the sadness. And there's a need to start to look at, or be mindful to turn away from that and focus on how to recover. See how you can salvage and improve the situation, so that you can get something under control, or with who you are dealing with, or what you are doing to get it managed, to be able to start working on it, to organize it, to have a structure, to start to build things up, to start to have things, in order and organized here. Okay? So we're going to pull for your spread, Leo. And then we're going to look at these other energies that came through. Spirit, what does Leo need to know about November 11th to November 30th, 2019 regarding the energies that came up in their spread? You have the Eight of Swords. So you may be trapped in your mind, feeling stuck, feeling that you are experiencing restrictions or limitations, or feeling confined. You may be not able to see a way out your circumstances or around a plan or what you're trying to manage or control, or where you may feel controlled or being kept from being able to build what you want. Here with the Chariot, you want forward movement. You could be dealing with the Cancer. With that Emperor energy we saw, you could have been dealing with or are dealing with an Aries. But with this Eight of Swords, this is being trapped in your mind. And attention to all this red here again. So again, this is the root chakra. This is anxieties, feeling ungrounded, a lack of security, a lack of safety. Okay. But this is also a self-imposed prison. Perhaps someone went to prison, or there's something to do with prison. You got the Five of Wands that just jumped out here. So there's a lot of strife. There may be competition. You may be at odds with others or with your plans or with someone in authority, but you're struggling here where you want to get some fulfillment, or the struggle is to do with family. Spirit, what does Leo need to know? What do all the Leos need to know about? And you may be struggling to see changes or to make changes here. What do Leos need to know about November 11th to November 30th, 2019? What is in the recent past? What is the recent past situation for Leo? What is the situation in the present, current energy for Leos? And what is or will be the energy and situation for Leos in the future? Yeah, the cards don't even want to come together. So something's stuck or not moving, or there's trouble with, avoiding some sort of glitches or setbacks or things being held up. Spirit, what is the challenge for Leos? November 11th to November 30th, 2019. And what is the likely outcome that can also act as advice for Leos? November 11th to November 30th, 2019. And from the bottom of the deck, what is the overall energy surrounding all Leos? November 11th to November 30th, 2019. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Okay, Leo, let's see what you got happening, which seems to be a lot. Okay? There might be even some fighting, some arguments, or just you experiencing challenges with the actions that you're taking or what you want to see action with. Okay. At the bottom, you do have the Seven of Pentacles. So you may be focusing on an investment. You may be, and you do have the Eight of Wands underneath that Seven of Pentacles. So there's something that you want to see some progress with, some movement. You want things to move quickly. There may be messages back and forth, communication, correspondence, but you want to have progress with something that you are investing in or working on, or that you want to see a successful return in. You also, with the Seven of Pentacles, you're analyzing and assessing and attending. This could be around money. This could have something to do with work, a creative project, relationships, authority. But this is there's a focus on wanting progress, wanting to see a successful return, needing to analyze, needing to see how you need to work on a situation to either maintain it or to keep it going or to see that progress with it. So let's take a look at all the energies that came out for you. Okay, so you have 4 cards from my Wisdom Oracle deck. You have encouragement, which is a 54, breaking down to a 9. So you may be needing encouragement or lacking encouragement. With that 54 breaking down to a 9, with something that maybe it's in its final stages, something you want closure with, something you may be trying to clean up or clear out, something that you want to culminate, something that you want to retain, something that you want to have come into fruition, something that you're very determined with, or you perhaps may need consultation with, or something you want to prosper around. You also have details. It's a 43, reducing to a 7. So there may be a lot of details, a lot of red tape, a need for clarity. There's a microscope here, and the word clarity is upside down. So you could be lacking clarity with something or needing clarity with something in order to see how to progress or how to assess the situation or work on it to have more of a successful return or to see progress and movement around it. But there's a lot of details. So there's a need for you to pay attention to the details. There may be some sort of oversight that you're dealing with or that you're experiencing, but there's a need for you to focus on the details so that you can gain clarity and understanding around the situation. I feel that there's also a lot of little things or a lot of things that you are needing to do or that needs to be done that may feel tedious or just may have you feeling a little disorganized or that you feel need organization with. You also have gentle gardener, which is the 2. Now this 2 could talk about duality. It could talk about relationships. It can talk about, with this energy, you focusing on how to weigh something up. There may be 2 options that you're looking at here. Also, there may be a focus where there's an issue around some sort of indecision, or with something being offered, or the scope of something that you're looking at or dealing with, and the magnitude of what's involved, or all the details that seem to be going into it, or the lack of details, or the details that are missing around it. There may be also a need for balance, or something's out of balance. And there may be an issue around a commitment, or you're focused on trying to establish a commitment or build on one. And so you also have 14, which is the ride the wave. It's a 14. So there may be something you are trying to temper here, with it being a 14, where you are experiencing issues around compromise or cooperation, or there's some sort of competition, or there's some clashing of interest that you could be dealing with. But with that gentle gardener, there's something you're trying to cultivate, something that you're trying to balance, something that you're trying to build, something you're trying to grow. And with this ride the wave, the 14 reducing down to a 5, there's some challenges, some adversities that you're experiencing and going through here, with something that you are probably having issues seeing a transition with, or there may be something you need to separate yourself from, or you are being separated from something, or something that's changing, or you're having a hard time having a matter stimulated or progressed or move forward on. There may also be an issue with your ability to get some sort of intervention here, or there's intervention needed. And so you also have, from my shamanic healing deck, 4 cards that came out. So you have divine timing, which is a 30, breaking down to a 3. So there's something that you may need to wait with, or it's not time, or what you're doing will happen in divine timing, and you may be up against that. Also, with the 30 breaking down to a 3, there may be issues around your ability to connect or reconnect with others. There may be a focus on you trying to focus on your creativity, the possibilities, or the ability to nurture something, or to see progress with something, or maybe even see some success or signs of success with the situation or a relationship or whatever this matter is for you. You also have struggle, 32, breaking down to a 5. So there are some hurdles that you're trying to climb, and there's some struggles with your ability to do this. You're experiencing adversities, maybe some pushback, maybe some delays, or maybe there is some resistance here. You also have anger. Ooh, it's a 28 breaking down to a 10. So you're pissed, or somebody's pissed with you, because with that bumblebee there, you've been working really hard around something, or with, or for something, or pertaining to something that is very significant for you, that you've invested a lot of time and energy in. This could be concerning money, or relationship, or work, or a creative project, or around family, or all of the above. But you're very angry now. You're very upset. Okay, so that may be what that Emperor in reverse is about. Things, you are now at this place that you're very angry and pissed off with the way things are going, or not going, and working out. There may be struggle with the ability to change something, or you could be dealing with, or finding yourself experiencing unexpected shit going on here. You may not be able to see the positive shifts and changes that you want to make around what you want to see progress with, that you're working on or investing in. And it may be due to you needing to reevaluate the situation, or there's more that needs to be done to work on it to see more success around this, or to see the progress. And you also have sexual energy. This is a 25 breaking down to a 7. So for some of you, I feel that you have a lot of passion and desire. There's some very personal interest in what it is you're looking at, that you're focused on, that you're dealing with, that you're going through. For others of you, I feel that your sexual energy, with regard to your sexual drive, or your sexual capacity to perform. Some of you may be experiencing some difficulties with your sex drive, or your ability to perform here, where there may be a need for encouragement, or you may be missing, or not aware what could be affecting it. There could be something that is you're eating, or something that you're doing, or something that you're taking, that could be the issue, or the lack thereof. But also, with this sexual energy, this also can be you experiencing um, a sexual drive that is very much at play here. So I feel like some of you are having problems sexually. Others of you are looking at and seeing progress, or trying to assess how to have progress sexually around your sex activity. There may be issues there, either for you, or with who you engage in that activity with. And with the 7, you may be looking to redeem it. You may be looking to address and make changes, face the conflict, or it is a conflict, or it's affecting your connection with someone, or it is something that is playing on you, and that maybe what has you upset or disappointed is either the lack of it, or some issue that you are experiencing, or with who it's pertaining to. Now, you also have mysticism. So there may be some confusion that you're going through or experiencing with any of which I've mentioned, or you're skeptical about something. You have impatience, okay? So you're losing the ability to have patience, and to be able to, you want something to happen right now, okay? This is around with how you're thinking, or what it is that you want to communicate. You're very impatient now. You're tired of something. You want something to happen already. You want something to work, or work out, or be worked on. Okay, your patience has run thin with this. And so there may be a need for you to find patience with the situation, or whatever this is as your focus, or someone could be being impatient with you. You also have rejection. Okay, so with rejection here, you may be um, being rejected by someone or experiencing rejection in authority, or you may feel cast out in some way. Okay, or you may feel like no one cares about your situation or what you're going through, or someone could be rejecting you, or you could be rejecting someone that you have lost patience with, that you're now grown skeptical about, or someone that could be causing you confusion, or this could be in relation to a situation, or as this has to do with um, that sexual energy where you may be being rejected, or someone is rejecting you, or you feel you'll be rejected because of the issues around it, or if you don't address the issue that may be present around your sexual energy, your sexual drive, your stamina, your ability to perform. You also have enlightenment. So, with enlightenment here, I feel like this is talking about you being able to get some wisdom, to get some clarity here, to get some understanding in a situation, or something comes to light for you here that you can see how to invest and work on what's happening or what it has to do with. And finally, you have victim. Okay? So, for some of you, with victim here, you may feel like something isn't fair, or you may feel like you may be being taken advantage of, or someone may feel like this towards you. Finally, the last two cards that came out is you have Que Sera Sera and Tough It Out. So with Que Sera Sera, you pick and choose where and what resonates with for you here, Leo. Maybe all, or only part, or maybe none. Perhaps this is stuff that will come up and you can be aware of it. But with Que Sera Sera, this is talking about what will be, will be. And there's a need for you to be okay with that. Or, start having an attitude that, especially if you are trying to assess and work on things, to acknowledge and be okay with the fact that what will be will be, no matter what you do or what is happening here, or what is the problem, or what you are experiencing emotional upset, maybe even depression around. And there's a need to tough it out. So there's some struggle, there's some strain. Okay, there's some issue, there's problems. And so you may be going through a lot. This dog would speak the fuck up here. Okay? So this may be a time that you need to really rely on your faith with all this purple here. Okay? To follow your intuition. You may be dealing with a lot of negativity in your life that you're struggling with, that you're facing. And so you finally have one step at a time. Okay? It's possible that you got too much on your plate, or you're doing too much, or you're trying to control too much, or you may feel controlled, but whatever is being mismanaged or out of control, or that you're trying to build or have trouble building, there's a need to be mindful to take one step at a time. And notice all the clouds, and there's this dark shadow with energy. So you want to be in control of your attitude and your actions, as well as being mindful that some things may be happening out of your control, or no matter what you are doing to try to manage things or have control, you may be trying to do a lot at one time, when there's a need to be mindful to take one step at a time, and to be more patient and not lack patience with what you're going through and dealing with here. So in the recent past, you do have this Queen of Cups. Okay? With this Queen of Cups energy, water energy, feelings and emotions, this could be you or someone that you could have been dealing with in the recent past with that Queen of Cups energy. Now, there may be something that you tried to nurture in the recent past, or that you were trying to have emotional balance around, or there may be someone you were dealing with, but there was a lot of emotions, some sensitivity here. Perhaps you were following your intuition here, trying to see how to nurture something, how to be creative here with this Queen of Cups. It is possible there could have been some codependence here, or With this Queen of Cups, you could have been very upset, or someone could have been very upset with you, or you may have lacked the creativity. But there's a very emotional energy here. Spirit, tell me more about the Queen of Cups for Leo. This may be where you might have felt like a victim. Tell me more about the Queen of Cups here. Or it's something you were trying to tough out, or this is you riding a wave and trying to go with the flow, trying to have forward movement, trying to overcome any challenges or obstacles you were experiencing here. Tell me about the Queen of Cups for Leo, please. Thank you, thank you, thank you. But I feel like you're working very hard on something. Okay, you have the Ace of Wands. So this was you perhaps trying to take leadership or trying to nurture a way to initiate and take action and have a new start or recenter something or have a new beginning with something with this Ace of Wands. Okay? Underneath you do have the Ten of Swords. So there may have been a lot of complications, a lot of difficulties with what you were trying to nurture, trying to create, or maybe trying to bring to an end. But the worst that could happen has happened already in the recent past with this Queen of Cups, Ace of Wands, and Ten of Swords. Now this could be an issue around that sexual energy for someone that you were feeling sensitive about and experiencing, that ruin, or you felt stabbed in the back or betrayed, or this here was very much overwhelming, a devastation here, or you focused on how to bring it to an end. But as a result of this Queen of Cups, I do feel that this is more to do with you trying to see how to bring matters that are very difficult or very painful or that had the potential to cause some sort of devastation or ruin, to bring it to an end by seeing what you can initiate, what action you could take, how you could take leadership, how you could recenter the situation and nurture it and see progress, because at present you do have the Chariot. So with the Chariot, you could have been dealing with a Cancer or have this energy in your chart, Leo. And with the Chariot here at present, at the current energy that you're in, you're focusing on forward movement, progress, having victory, steering things in a direction that you need them to go in. But you see, these two horses are a little bit conflicted. So you may be struggling with the ability to have forward movement here because they're going in opposite directions. You may be having trouble having emotional control, trouble with arriving to the destination you want to get to, trouble with steering things, trouble with going with the flow or others going with the flow with you. There may be scattered energies, scattered focus here, or needing to gather and get more of a focus with what you're doing here. At present with the Chariot energy, there's a need for more self-control here. With this energy, there may be a lack of discipline in a particular area, or there may be no clear focus here. Or perhaps you may have lost direction or trying to get direction here, but you're wanting to get control and have forward movement. Now there could be something to do with travel. Maybe you could be experiencing issues with travel. Spirit, tell me more about the Chariot for Leo. Tell me more about the Chariot for Leo. Tell me more about the Chariot for Leo. Thank you. So you have the Page of Swords. So with the Page of Swords, there could be some sort of news or communication coming in, or you might be trying to think about a way to bring something to an end or change it, or something may be being cut and brought to an end. With the Devil energy here, you could be, Devil energy, so you could be dealing with a lot of toxicity, for me to say that, okay? But with the Death here, you could be dealing with a Scorpio or have this energy in your chart. But with this Page of Swords, there may have been some news that have come in. Someone may be being immature. There may be a need to have a new consideration around the situation or matter or relationship or as it has to do with money or what you're investing in or assessing or analyzing here. There could be something to do with the child with this Page of Swords. Someone could be being immature, or someone could be speaking bluntly to you, where what's being said is difficult to hear, but it's true nonetheless. Or you may be trying to see how to cut something out so that you can get something under control, or come up with a new plan here because you want to see something ended or changed, or maybe there's something you're trying to let go of, or you're having trouble with trying to let go of something or be freed from something. And so in the future, there's that Five of Cups showing back up. This is you experiencing disappointment, emotional loss, sadness, depression. Okay, there's an upset here. Crying over spilled milk in the future with that Five of Cups. Okay, very emotionally sensitive, very emotionally taken aback by something. You do have here the King of Pentacles that just popped out. So it may be something to do with what you're trying to manage, or that you're trying to have success with creating and building. Or this could be issues with someone who's a King of Pentacles, or you, where there may be issues with flexibility, rigidity, or someone is stubborn and stuck in their ways. Or there may be issues with the ability to have the Midas touch with something. And you have the Seven of Pentacles that pop back out. So you're trying to manage something, trying to assess, trying to evaluate, trying to see how to have more of a successful return, to see how to benefit your situation. This could have something to do with money with all these pentacles here. And with the Queen of Pentacles here, this is something that you are trying to have success with. You're trying to gain. You're trying to build upon. You're trying to have comfortability around. You're trying to nurture and take care of. Now, it's also possible that this is involving a couple. We do have the King and the Queen of Pentacles here, where there's something that needs to be assessed between the two of you that needs to be toughed out, or one step taken at a time, or riding a wave and trying to steer things or go with the flow or get things under control emotionally so that you can evaluate the obstacles and challenges and overcome them. And perhaps there's issues around goals, or there is differences of opinion, clashing of interest here. That this could also have something to do with a relationship at work, or relationship in business, or just a relationship in general. Spirit, tell me more about the Five of Cups for Leo. Tell me more about the Five of Cups for Leo. And Leo, you've been getting the Tough It Out card frequently for the last few readings, I think. Tell me more about the Five of Cups for Leo. Tell me more about the Five of Cups for Leo. But you're disappointed by something. With the Five of Cups, there's a need for you to turn away from what is upsetting you and start focusing on how you can salvage something. I feel like it's possible with this Five of Cups. You are in the middle of an opportunity that is already failing, or something that you were emotionally invested or connected to or had a lot of feelings around is failing or falling. And so you have actually one cup left, but at least you have one cup left. And so there's a need to focus on salvaging the situation and turning to that one cup so that you can recover. Okay? Spirit, tell me more about this Five of Cups in the future for Leo, please. Thank you. With that Five of Cups, you do have the Fool. You could be dealing with an Aries or an Aquarius, or have this energy in your chart. With the Fool here, you may be feeling foolish, naive. You may have been careless or reckless with something, or perhaps you are in fear where you feel a little cowardice or experience some stagnation. There could have been some wastefulness around something. And here's the Queen of Cups again. So there may be issues with this Queen of Cups getting sexual satisfaction, or getting some sort of satisfaction with something that there's a sensitivity towards, or that there's a need to have some emotional balance with, or need to nurture or take care of, or to try to be more creative about how to address it. But with the Fool here, you may be experiencing upset with the ability to try to go in a new direction regarding something. Or, there's a problem with a Queen of Cups, that the Queen of Cups is upset with you, or you are upset with a Queen of Cups, because with the Fool here, there may be issues around the ability to go in a new direction. There may be a need for more optimism, or someone is taking a chance, or someone was careless, because this Queen of Cups, you got the lightning here. So something struck. Something is the heart of the matter, Leo, for you. Something is the heart of the matter here. Okay? And so your challenge is the Star. Again, this could be an Aquarius, or you have this energy in your chart. So there's the challenge of the ability to heal something, or to have everything that you need, or to get wish fulfillment in something. And so it's, how do you heal it? How do you get wish fulfillment? How do you make sure you get everything that you need here with that Star energy? Spirit, tell me more about the Star for Leo. Tell me more about the Star for Leo. Tell me more about the Star for Leo. So the way to recover from whatever the setback is, or whatever you're getting some sort of problems around, there's a need for you to get control, but be mindful to take one step at a time in order to try to navigate this, or to work on this, or to get more of a successful return, or there's a need to reevaluate. You do have the Knight of Pentacles on the Star, so there may be issues with being able to get help, to be able to get something done, to be able to take responsibility here. Something may be moving too slow. Something may not be moving at all, or has come to a stop here. But this is, how do you get something done? How do you work on it? And underneath with the Queen of Cups, how do you nurture it? How do you balance it so that you can get emotional satisfaction here? Or how do you need to be creative about this? Or there may be some measure of codependence here. And so it's, how do you get everything that you need? Or how do you get compassion or empathy in the situation so that you can have something evaluated or worked on? Or where something may need to be reassessed. Your likely outcome is you do have this Page of Swords. So with this Page of Swords, you may get some sort of news, or you may come to some sort of clarity. There may be a message coming in. This may be you coming up with a new consideration, a new plan. You may be on guard. You may be trying to protect yourself. It's possible somebody is spying. Or there's a need for you to talk about this with the Page of Swords. Also, someone could be being immature. There could be something to do with the child here with this Page of Swords. But this here is about also seeing how to problem solve. Spirit, tell me more about this Page of Swords for Leo. Tell me more about this Page of Swords for Leo. Tell me more about this Page of Swords. Thank you. With the Page of Swords, there's a need to meditate. Maybe take a step back, take a break, rest about what's going on here, with the goal of meditating, contemplating, and trying to figure shit out here. Underneath that, you do have the Six of Cups. So this could be around family, a child, something from the past, someone from the past, or with something that you want to see reconciled, or have some sort of successful conclusion to, or something that you want to be able to have some emotional balance around, or something you may be trying to let go of. With this Page of Swords, so there's a need for new consideration, a new plan, and to rest and meditate to come up with what that will be, so that you can have movement with your plan, or with what you're focused on, and so that you can have the successful conclusion and the reconciliation that you want to reach. So let's take a look, Leo, at what is some guidance here for you in this. Now, also with the Page of Swords, once again, with that being here again, you have it here on the Chariot, and then you have it here as your outcome. So this is about you also needing to figure out how to overcome the obstacles or challenges, maybe set some goals or reset your goals. Okay. But this is about you needing to get some emotional control to what you're experiencing or going through. There may be a need to go with the flow. You do have ride the wave. Okay, whatever is happening may be out of your control with divine timing that you had here. Okay, so Spirit, tell us what is the guidance, what is the advice for the Leos November 11th to November 30th, 2019. Something just may not be the right time. Okay. What is the guidance, please, for Leos, November 11th to November 30th, 2019? What is the guidance, the advice for the Leos with the energies in their spread, November 11th to November 30th, 2019, please? Okay, those two wanted to come out. You have adventure, experience, taking risks, and wish. This is a 23 breaking down to a 5. So this is you needing to have a sense of adventure, to have a measure of encouragement for yourself around these circumstances, or align yourself with people who will be a form of encouragement and support for you. But with the adventure card here, this is you needing to go with the flow. There may be some risks that you're taking, or you need to be mindful of the risks that are being taken, or the risks that can be involved with something. And also, this is you perhaps gaining experience. Perhaps you're inexperienced in what you're going through or dealing with, and there's a need for you to get experience, knowledge, and information. But this is a need for you to try to have a sense of adventure towards the situation, to not see it, to see it in a more positive light. And you also have distance. It's a 38 breaking down to an 11. Divide, separation, and discord. So this is about you needing to distance yourself from negativity, from negative thinking, from negative people, from negative circumstances, from the things that are out of control, that you know maybe being mismanaged, or you're not able to manage, or maybe this is something that is not for you to manage. It's maybe have nothing to do with you, and you're involving yourself and you're making yourself upset, when this is something, if you distance yourself from, it won't have anything or shit to do with you. But this is about distance. Something may be going the distance, something may be taking some time. There may be things that need to fall away, or you are experiencing some discord or issues or challenges here with how much distance you have covered, or the distance that needs to be covered here. Okay, or there may be still a long way, a lot more of a process here for you to have to deal with and go through. And there's a need for you to have an attitude of que sera, sera. What will be, and you just have to tough it out, right? And at the bottom, there's a need for you to see things differently. See things differently in order for how you need to see a way to implement something new, or with a way to see progress, or have things work out or come together, or through a connection or a reconnection, or maybe a need to sever connection. But being unique and trying to recognize how things can vary in a situation, or how you may be able to bring new variables to the situation and circumstances that you face. So there's a need for an assessment, a reevaluation, so that you can work on things and be more efficient at what this is for you, Leo. I hope these messages help. Please like, share, and subscribe to my channel. Thank you so much for watching. Bye.